Hey, ladies, it's time for breakdowns, breakthroughs, and blessings. And today we're going to talk about Christmas past and Christmas present. In the past, and I mean for decades, I got really obsessed with gifts and what I was going to give and how much I was going to spend and making sure it was all even and perfect and trying to keep up with people who had and made a whole lot more money than I did, and making sure that I reciprocated, and I made myself pretty crazy, and I spent more money than I had, and I didn't realize what I was doing. I just felt very driven to make things happen, and and it took me forever to figure out that what I was trying to do was to cram a year's worth of love in a box and slap a bow on it because I felt terribly guilty. I knew I wasn't the sister I wanted to be. I knew I wasn't the daughter I wanted to be. I knew I wasn't the friend I wanted to be. And that's not just low self-esteem. I mean, the truth was I was super flaky and really selfish. And and so, out of guilt and not out of a sense of love, but more a sense of obligation and fear and shame, I tried to cram a year's worth of love into packages. And then some people taught me how to do things more consistently, and they taught me how to show up consistently, and they taught me how to make phone calls and listen, and they taught me how to be a good sister and a good daughter and a good aunt and a good friend. And when that started happening, I was free. I was free to do what felt right and what felt genuine. And sometimes, that allows me to be generous. And last year, I was able to tell my family we just are not in a position to do gifts, and that was just okay with everybody because they knew what was going on in our lives. And you know what? The cool thing was that I didn't have to be ashamed because I had done a year's worth of love with my family, and they were more than happy to see me be honest about what was going on and where I was, than to try and do something that we really just couldn't do. And so this year, I'm just trying to be Christmas present, and it's a different year because, we just lost my dad, and while I'm not sad most days, this morning has been very odd in that it feels like there may be feelings hiding in the bushes. I wander along just fine, and then a song comes on the radio, and it's just time to cry, and that's okay. I'm not falling apart, and I'm not depressed. And there's no doubt in my mind and in my heart that my dad is whole and happy. Um, and that's a really good thing. But, you know, Christmas is about family. And so there's some feelings that are bouncing around. And I want to be present. I don't want to hide from any of it. This year I'm baking and I'm listening to the music, and you can tell by the things I'm posting. I'm also meditating and I'm doing some art because it feeds my soul. And I'm coloring, and I'm watching TV and movies with my husband and holding his hand because I want to be present. I want to be present this year. And there's not really a game plan on how much I'm spending or at all, or what I'm doing. I'm just trying to follow my heart this year. And I hope you'll join me. I hope that you will join me, and that this year can be about making connections and being present. And whatever gets done, gets done. And what doesn't, wasn't supposed to get done. It's just okay to say, hey, let me catch you right after the holidays. I know this is a busy time for everybody. And those people who matter are going to totally understand. So do what feels right. Follow your heart and be present this year. I hope this helps somebody. I want to thank you so much for the love that you show me and for stopping by every week, and make it a lashtastic day.